Well, you know, there's nothing like waking up to the fresh smell of steak on a Monday morning. Please welcome Chef Jason Parsons. Smells good to me, honey.
That just sounds wrong.
I know, the fresh smell of steak. Yeah. Well, you know, steak and eggs. People have steak and eggs in the morning, right?
Sure, yeah.
So
I grew up on it.
That might happen. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, that's a good combo. You are going to make chili ginger steak with wheat noodles and lemon glazed veggies.
You know, I'm always thinking about things we can do on the show, and this was literally what I had for dinner a week and a half ago. And I'm thinking this would make a great segment on Two Lines, so here it is.
That's a good dinner.
You know? And really what I've done is I've just taken, sometimes you go to the store and you can't find that really nice prime cut of steak, and you get the flank steaks, things like that.
Yeah.
Good flavor, a little tough. Need a little help, you know. So what I've done is I've just taken these steaks and we're going to marinate them up.
And that's going to make them, that's going to tenderize them a little bit, right?
them, but also just give them that punch that you're looking for, right? So chilies, you know, these little red chilies that I always use, the nice ones, they're not crazy hot.
Yeah.
They just have a nice little bite to them. I know you might want to change it up to something a little bit more powerful, but that's okay.
No, I like that.
Yeah. You know, it depends on how intense you want it, you know?
Right.
But fresh ginger as well. And remember, this is a marinade, so overdo it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's going, oh my gosh, look how much ginger he's put on that, right?
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. And the thing is, I've got some cilantro on here, and a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like cilantro. Well, then don't put cilantro on, put tarragon, rosemary, or just put a little bit, you know?
Don't tweet him angrily. I don't like cilantro. Why'd you do that? Just don't do it at home.
But I don't know if most people know orange juice, pineapple juice, apple juice, great tenderizers.
It's the acidity in there? Is that what does it?
And that's why with these, you want to leave them for, I would say maximum 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
This is not something you want to marinate and then leave overnight. Okay.
What will it eat your steak for you?
It will cook your steak. Yeah. I mean, basically, you leave it there long enough, the steak will be gone, and there'll just be some really weird-looking orange juice. And then hoisin sauce.
Oh, nice.
You know, I like that little bit of bite to it, and everybody's like, oh, we got to make my own sauces. So I don't have time to start doing all that stuff. You know,
life is busy.
Nice soya sauce. There is low sodium soya sauces. If you can get those, use that, because it helps you to be able to put what you want on there afterwards.
Right.
You know, but basically you just mix all that up. I would say every hour, just turn them over, you know, and then just after a couple of hours you end up with something nice and marinated. You can even see the color of it.
Looks amazing.
Isn't that great?
So that is helping it out, because basically you're paying a little bit less for this kind of a steak, right?
Well, this is the great thing too, is if we're on a bit of a budget, we don't always have to go to the prime cuts, you know?
Right.
I mean, the idea is that we're just giving some flavor. There is beef flavor there. It's not like it's a bad cut of meat.
Right.
It's just not as lean.
For sure.
You know? But these guys here, marinated away. The trick though is, and I'm using a little bit of sesame seed oil here.
How do you decide what oil you use?
I just like the flavor of it.
What do I feel like today?
Yeah, I mean, because it's got a little bit of an Asian feel to it, I wanted to bring that sesame flavor into it.
Yeah.
If you're not a big fan of that flavor, you can use a grapeseed oil. But what I do is I just dab them on a bit of paper towel first. You know, I always love doing my Julia Child impersonation, but you don't dry your beef, it won't brown. But it's true. If I take this straight into the pan, all that juice is going to actually boil in the pan and not brown my steak. Right?
Got it.
So you need to let
It's got to be dry-ish.
You've got to get it going. You know, you got to leave it alone. And here's the other thing: you don't always have to cook things in the oven. Yeah. These are actually quite thick for flanks, but you can flank steak. You're looking at 1.5 minutes on either side.
That's it.
Right. But the way I always tell it is do about 2 minutes on one side, turn it over, push the pan up, and let them just continue to cook in the pan.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
That way they're starting to kind of rest as well, you know?
I always have to be prepared if I'm going to be pan frying anything that my alarm is going to go off.
You know,
and then the fire department's going to come and they're going to say, aren't you that woman from City Line? Haven't you learned to cook yet, honey?
What about my neighbors? My neighbors, I'm, you know, executive chef, and they're like, oh, the smoke detector's gone off next door again, you know?
All the time.
But it's true. I mean, we have these great stoves, and you got to invest in a good hood system.
I need a better hood.
You know, and I'm guilty. I have not done that yet.
Yeah.
But look at this.
Good. I'm
like
glad
that was
I'm not
probably
alone.
30 seconds.
Beauty.
A nice browning. You know, you get that real glaze going on.
Yeah, that was great.
So then, now we're going to start off with some veggies. Again,
okay.
A little sesame oil.
Yep.
All right. But what I've got here is I got some nice shiitake mushrooms I'm just going to throw in there. Get them going. I've got some raw carrot cut on the bias. Give it a little crunch. I don't want to cook this too much. It's almost like it's warm vegetables.
Yeah.
rather than cooked through.
I never want my veggies cooked too much, though.
No.
You lose the vegginess of them.
Yeah. Well, the
Right?
nutrition is definitely there.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've got some scallions. If it's hopefully spring's coming, the wild leek's on the way.
I'm just unconvinced at this point. Like, I will believe it when I see it.
Yep. So I got red peppers, orange peppers.
Beautiful.
And then I add a little bit more ginger in there. A little bit more chili. Okay.
Look at all the colors.
Yeah. Well, and that's what they say, right? Colorful is flavorful.
Eat the rainbow.
And good for you. But leave it like that. And then what I'm going to do is just, once that's about 30 seconds in, I'm going to take a little bit more soy sauce and I'm going to make my sauce right in the pan.
All right.
Okay? So we're using the same flavors. A little bit of hoisin again. We've got our chilies in there.
Man, that looks good.
Okay.
I wonder, what is it that you do that, you know, all the vegetables maintain that their color? Is it just because you're not cooking the crap out of them, why they still look good? That's
pretty
the
much.
difference,
You know
huh?
what I mean? Nice, fresh. Don't cut these up a week before, then cook them, you know.
Right.
But then we just take, I've got some nice whole wheat noodles here, you know, but you can use the soba noodles if you want, anything you want, you know. And we just stir fry that off. And what I love about this is so simple, so quick.
Yeah.
You know, if I've got the veggies in the fridge, I can put dinner together in probably about, 15 minutes.
Yeah, well, we're all supposed to do all that prep ahead of time. Apparently, you're supposed to do that as soon as you get home from the grocery store. That's what we tell you on the show all the time.
That's right.
I do it every once in a while. I'll be really motivated, but other times not so much. Okay, so that looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
You're going to add your steak on there. We're putting the recipe online. That is
Beautiful.
cityline.ca. Oh, it's just beautiful. I'm going to
Simple,
cry.
fresh.
Give him a big hand. Very nice. Thank you, Jace.